What is pollution?
Pollution is the introduction of harmful substances or contaminants into the environment.
What are the main types of pollution?
Air pollution, water pollution, and soil pollution.
What causes air pollution?
Emissions from vehicles, industrial processes, and burning fossil fuels.
How does water pollution occur?
Through discharge of industrial waste, sewage, and chemicals into water bodies.
What is soil pollution?
Contamination of soil by chemicals, waste disposal, or improper agricultural practices.
How does pollution affect human health?
It can cause respiratory problems, cancers, and other illnesses.
What are greenhouse gases?
Gases like carbon dioxide and methane that trap heat in the Earth's atmosphere, contributing to global warming.
How does air pollution impact the environment?
It can harm wildlife, damage ecosystems, and contribute to climate change.
What are microplastics?
Tiny pieces of plastic less than 5 millimeters in size that pollute oceans and harm marine life.
What is acid rain?
Rainfall contaminated with pollutants like sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxides, which can harm plants, animals, and infrastructure.
How can we reduce air pollution?
By using clean energy sources, reducing vehicle emissions, and improving industrial practices.
What are the sources of indoor air pollution?
Tobacco smoke, household products, and building materials.
How does deforestation contribute to pollution?
It reduces the number of trees that can absorb carbon dioxide and filter pollutants from the air.
What is eutrophication?
When water bodies receive excess nutrients, leading to algal blooms and harming aquatic life.
How does noise pollution affect humans?
It can cause hearing loss, stress, and sleep disturbances.
What is thermal pollution?
The increase in water temperature due to industrial processes or power plants, which can harm aquatic ecosystems.
How does plastic pollution affect marine life?
Marine animals can ingest plastic or become entangled in it, leading to injury or death.
What are the effects of ozone depletion?
Increased exposure to harmful UV radiation, which can cause skin cancer and harm ecosystems.
How can individuals reduce plastic pollution?
By using reusable bags, bottles, and containers, and properly disposing of plastic waste.
What are the benefits of recycling?
It conserves natural resources, reduces energy consumption, and minimizes landfill waste.
What is the ozone layer?
A layer of the Earth's atmosphere that protects us from the sun's ultraviolet radiation.
What causes water pollution in rivers and lakes?
Runoff from agriculture, urban areas, and industrial sites containing pollutants like pesticides and chemicals.
How does pollution impact biodiversity?
It can lead to habitat destruction and loss of species, disrupting ecosystems.
What is the Clean Air Act?
A U.S. law aimed at reducing air pollution and improving air quality standards.
How can cities reduce pollution from transportation?
By promoting public transit, cycling, and walking, and investing in electric vehicles.
What is particulate matter?
Tiny particles are suspended in the air that can be inhaled, causing respiratory and cardiovascular problems.
How does pollution affect climate change?
Greenhouse gas emissions contribute to global warming, leading to more extreme weather events.
What is the role of governments in reducing pollution?
Implementing regulations, enforcing environmental laws, and promoting sustainable practices.
How does pollution affect agriculture?
It can contaminate soil and water, affecting crop yields and food safety.
What are the long-term effects of exposure to air pollution?
Increased risk of chronic respiratory diseases, cardiovascular diseases, and premature death.
What is the Great Pacific Garbage Patch?
A large area in the Pacific Ocean with high concentrations of marine debris, mostly plastics.
How does pollution affect urban areas differently than rural areas?
Urban areas typically have higher concentrations of pollutants due to traffic, industry, and population density.
What are some natural sources of air pollution?
Volcanic eruptions, wildfires, and dust storms.
How can ocean pollution be prevented?
By reducing plastic use, improving waste management, and promoting marine conservation.
What is mercury pollution?
Contamination of ecosystems by mercury, which can bioaccumulate in fish and harm human health.
How does light pollution impact ecosystems?
It disrupts natural habitats and behaviors of nocturnal animals and affects human sleep patterns.
What are some innovative solutions to reduce pollution?
Carbon capture technologies, green infrastructure, and sustainable urban planning.
How does pollution affect the economy?
It can lead to healthcare costs, reduced productivity, and damage to tourism and fisheries industries.
What role do international agreements play in addressing pollution?
They promote cooperation between countries to tackle global environmental issues like climate change and ozone depletion.
How does pollution in developing countries compare to developed countries?
Developing countries often face more severe pollution due to rapid industrialization and weaker environmental regulations.
What is the impact of pollution on freshwater ecosystems?
It can degrade water quality, disrupt aquatic habitats, and harm fish populations.
How can renewable energy sources help reduce pollution?
They produce electricity without emitting greenhouse gases or pollutants associated with fossil fuels.
What are the effects of air pollution on children's health?
It can impair lung development, increase asthma rates, and lead to other respiratory illnesses.
How does pollution affect the Arctic region?
Pollutants can accumulate in the Arctic through long-range transport, affecting indigenous communities and wildlife.